What is up, traders? In today's video, we're going to discuss the weekly outlook for the Forex market, and we'll talk about the S&P 500, a little bit of gold, and silver. Stick around. What's up, everybody? My name is Heath, and this is Trade Talk. We're going to start on the EURUSD real quick. I'm on the weekly chart, and I just wanted to show you that last week we closed as an inside weekly candle. For you new traders, that just simply means that this candle's entire range traded with inside the prior week's range. Makes it an inside range candle. So basically what we're going to be looking for moving on forward into this week is we're going to look for the low or the high of last week's candle to be taken out. So let's move down to a lower time frame chart here, and let's get some levels up. All right, so currently we traded in this range last week, obviously, and this is going to be your weekly range high, last week's range high, and this is your last week's range low right here. And currently we have traded down below this market structure here. Now, since we took out this market structure on the upside and we created a new market structure here, but this market structure is obviously still relevant as we had this test up into it Friday and it's closed below. So moving forward, what I'm going to be looking for is if we push back up into this area or this area and fail on an 8-hour closing basis, I am going to be targeting one spot 20814 and then ultimately this low, which is one spot 20588. Looking for price to move down to purge the liquidity residing below that low. Now, if I get an 8-hour closing candle above one spot 21313, I'm going to be looking for the market to move up and take out the high of the range at one spot 21775. So basically, we just need price to move a little bit starting this week to show us which direction and which area of liquidity it wants to go towards. And then we can take our trades in that direction. This is not financial advice. This is just me telling you what I'm looking for. And it's to be taken as entertainment purposes only. New Zealand yen. All right, so on New Zealand yen, we have pushed down and we have closed above this market structure here 2 times. But since price has pushed deeper into that area, even though it has closed above it, there's a pretty good chance that price may be moving down lower to the 73.466 area, which is this line right here. If we get an 8-hour closure below that level, we can target this market structure right here, which is 73.169, and then ultimately looking for the market to purge the liquidity residing above or below that low right there at 73.076. Sorry, 73.076. Now, if we continue closing 8 hours above this green line here, then what I'm going to look for is this high over here taken out. That's where the market would be heading if it keeps closing 8 hours above that level, and I'll be targeting 74.039 on this pair. Pound dollar. Pound dollar is going to be very volatile this week, I'm assuming, with all the Brexit news. Now, I threw this chart together this morning or last night, one of the two, for one of the community members in the chat. And basically what I'm looking for is if price closes above this area at 1.32842, I will look for a retest of that area and then ultimately get long to target 1.34600, delineated by this red line. Now, if we close an 8-hour candle below this area here, which is 1.31808, I will look for price to retest that area into the week, and I will look to get short, targeting this red line at 1.30624. Now, if I go into a weekly chart, it's going to look a little bit discombobulated because I have a lot of lines on the chart, but I just want to show you this blue trend line here, where I got it and why I got it. I got it off of this low and this low. So those candles are the November the 2nd candle and the September the 21st weekly candles. So that area could possibly hold support. As you can see, this market is moving slightly up and in a range. So there's a pretty good chance this is going to be looked at as a buying opportunity. I am not necessarily short on this pair. Since the structure is up, I would much rather take bullish entries. And I'll get more into that when we go discuss Aussie, New Zealand. S&P 500. The S&P 500 is making lower highs on an 8-hour closing basis. So we have pushed below this area here, and that's 3642.6. Okay, so basically, and it also has tested the right above it, so it's kind of in this tight range here. So in order to trade this to the upside, we need a closure above this last down closing candle here. We need a closure above that or this bullish candle here, which is why I leave the line on that, because that's the last closing bullish candle before we rolled over and took out the low of that candle. So this is the main area where I'll be looking to take longs if we get an 8-hour closure above that area. This area here is, I think, a lower time frame area, so I'm going to get rid of that. So basically, if we do get a closure above this 3667.0, I am going to be targeting 3711.90. 3711.90. If we get an 8-hour closure below 3642.60, then I will be looking for 3618.10 to come into play, which is delineated by this gray line here. Now this thing can push all the way down to this green line and still remain bullish and still be a buying opportunity. Because if I just stretch the chart out a little bit, you can see that it has been on an uptrend, and a pretty solid one at that. So this is just a minor pullback. When I'm no longer looking for bullish entries on this pair is if we close an 8-hour candle or a daily candle below 3489.2. Then I will no longer be looking for bullish entries. I will let the market suss out its direction for me. Gold. So gold is trading in a range, a very tight range, and it looks to me like it's wanting to test this low down here, meaning this candle here and this candle here did not purge liquidity residing below this low. This low is also lower than this candle's low. So this is the area to target moving forward in the week to come if we get an 8-hour closure below, another one, below 1840.93. So I'm looking for price to push up and possibly test the 1845.54 and reject. If we get that, you can target 1822.25. However, if we push up and close an 8-hour candle above 1845.54, the next area to look for is going to be 1870.43, which is this line here. EURCAD. EURCAD, I am still short in this pair. So what I'm basically going to look for in the week to come is another push up, preferably up to this market structure here. Since we made it with this candle here, we have not came back up there to test that. So if we get a bullish push up to this area, which is 1.55275 and a failure, then I will look to get short, targeting this candle's low all the way down here at 1.54033. This area here. If we get an 8-hour closure above 1.55275, then the next area to look for is going to be 1.55888. Okay? Aussie yen. Aussie yen had this consolidation and then a breakout, and has since formed, is starting to pull back in, is what I meant to say, excuse me. So basically, we have closed an 8-hour candle below this line. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this line was this old high that I was expecting markets to purge the liquidity at, and it did that. I just didn't expect it to happen so fast. I put the video out and said that later on in the week, and now it happened the very next day. So the joke was on me on that. I did not enter that trade. It left without me. It done all this while I was asleep. However, we have closed an 8-hour candle below that and another one. So basically, I'm going to look for the market to slide down to 77.94 right here and hold support. If it breaks below this area and we get daily or 8-hour closures below that line, I will look then for the market to come all the way down here to test 77.579. However, if we do hold this area here at 77.944, I'll look to take a long, targeting this high that was put in last week at 78.784 right here. Now Aussie New Zealand. Aussie New Zealand is structured overall to the near term. This is a near term trend. The overall bigger trend is down, but the near term trend on an 8-hour basis is down as well. Now we have had this push out and we have broke above key market structures, meaning this one here and this one here and this one here. And we are currently closing candles above that area. So basically I got long. Let me go down to a 15-minute chart real quick. Well, let's go to the hourly chart first so I can show you where I got long. I got long on this candle here, on this bearish candle. As we push down into this candle here, I got long, and I got long really easy, quick, and in that candle. So my stop loss was just under the low of that candle. So as price pushed up, I was aiming for this target here of liquidity to be purged. And this area can come into play this coming week ahead. I don't know if it's moving up or moving down. As of with the 8-hour current structure that we have in place, it does look like the market is wanting to test the high side. However, since the overall market structure is low or going down, I don't like to take bullish entries, and this is why. The trade did not work out. It failed. And since when we were coming up into the last 2 hours of the market open on Friday, I had moved my stop up under this candle's low, and this triggered me out of the trade. So I exited the trade with a 1% profit, nothing to write home about, and it was a profitable trade, but it was not what I was looking for to happen. So all in all, basically looking forward on this pair, this is an 8-hour structure here. So if we push down here and we remain closing 8-hour candles above this level, this target is still in play for me. If we close the 8-hour candles below this area, which is 1.06140, I will look ultimately for the market to take out this low and then possibly lower. Silver's trading in a range just like gold is. This is going to be your market structure high right here. Oh wait, this is an hourly chart, my bad. Let me switch over to an 8-hour. That's why that was down there. So this is your market structure to break and hold above on an 8-hour closing basis. To target the next area would be this area here at 24.33. And this line here that we need an 8-hour closure above is 24.14. So if we keep closing 8-hour candles below this blue line at 23.95, I am looking for this low to be taken out, and that's at 23.52. The way this market is shaping up currently, the way it closed on Friday, it looks like this is the target. So if we keep closing 8-hour candles below 23.95, I will be targeting 23.52. And I did my crypto analysis yesterday, guys, so go check that video out. However, I do want to bring up Bitcoin real quick because also in that video, I discussed that we were pushing above. We were on this candle here, and I said that if we get a pullback down to 18,550, I would look to get long, targeting this high, which it was at the time, and then this is descending trend line, because I knew shorts would be stuck and price would go up and purge those areas. And look, we have closed higher. Bitcoin is looking very, very productive. So you want to see another closure above 19,375.60. You get that, the next area to target is going to be $19,915, which is this high here that we made last week. So if Bitcoin keeps pushing up and closes an 8-hour to a daily candle above 19,375, your target is going to be 19,915. So I hope that does it for you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time. One more thing before I forget, guys. If there's a pair that you want me to look at this week or any specific cryptocurrency, just put it in the comment section below, and I'll put that in the next video I do, and that way you can participate, or I can participate with you guys. So I will catch you next time.